Right, hello everyone. Welcome back to the Natural Physique Coaching Podcast. Myself, Finn, and Matt. Noah might be having a nap. Finn's got chicken, rice, nut butter.
Yeah, and
Yep.
barbecue sauce.
Oh, nice. What's the salads in it?
What's the salad? It's rainbow salad from Aldi.
Mm,
You can't say that, mate. As I progress through off season, rainbow salad will be out. This pink top will be off. I'm going to
nice. The
become
rainbow
more of a
salad's a
bloke.
bit pretty.
Yeah, I've definitely become less and less of a bloke over the past couple months.
With your like point 0.5 nanomolar of test.
Yeah, probably it was two about 3 months ago, so I can't imagine it's got much better.
That is mega. Yeah, I'm sure it'll get back up pretty quickly.
I still feel like obviously I don't feel amazing. I definitely started to like my physique started to fade. Like the past month, I wasn't getting any better. Like I was getting worse. Like I wasn't getting leaner. I wasn't getting fuller, fresher. It was like, oh, I'm just getting worse. And like I'm very self-aware, as you boys are. Like you know how your physique's feeling and looking. Like I'm very self-aware that I was getting a bit worse. Like it wasn't like, oh my god, what the fuck, but it was like I'm getting a bit worse. And
It's
like no
like
matter
you
what,
got to the peak and you were on the trend down where you
yeah,
still look good, but you're on the way down.
We're
yeah.
saying what the peak was UKDFBA because that was
Yeah.
fucking really good.
Mm.
Yeah, mate. Like I can't complain. Like I've got stage photos and videos where I look like I wouldn't ever believe I'd look like that. So like, I can't complain. But from there, it was like high day didn't make a difference. Wasn't getting crazy pumps anymore. Like wasn't feeling fucking mint anymore. Like I say that before the DFBA, the pump session on the Friday, I did really like the look, and then the look just like kind of faded over the weekend into the DFBA. Like just got a bit worse. I don't know whether it was a case of just stress, getting in my head a bit about like a bit of pressure. Like I think I definitely put pressure on myself unnecessarily. But yeah, like I can, I look back at photos in like April, May, and I'm like, fuck, I look so much better. But obviously, I'm not like I say I'm not lean enough, but I'm leaner then than I am now because I'm just fuller and fresher. And it's the same with every natural prep. Is like as you just sort of get towards the end of your season, or you drag it out a little bit like I did, you end up inevitably getting a bit worse because your testosterone's low for longer than it needs to be, and no matter what, like I honestly think I grew probably up until maybe a few weeks before the first show. Like I felt mint, and my training was still progressing for the whole time, and then even then it was just like maintaining for weeks between like that and the PCA and the UKDFPA, and then after that it's like my training's not been bad, but I've not been progressing, and I've been struggling to maintain. And obviously, it's like peak week training as well. So you're not deadlifting, doing 3 peak weeks in a row. I've not deadlifted for like 3 weeks. You know, it's like it all adds up. So
Traveled a lot as well, and then when you travel,
yeah,
you train at different gyms, and you don't have the same emotional attachment to numbers, so you don't get up for it quite as much. No matter how much you try to apply yourself, you're not in the same environment, you've not got the same numbers. Like that does definitely take its toll. Like even for myself, traveling a lot recently and having show weekends, I'm not in prep, but it still affects me. Even though I've got plenty of food, like it's not amazing from like trying to get absolutely everything out of everything, which you're gonna need to do to be at your best in prep day. So. Yeah, very good season. You wanna, what was your results? You had two first places, two second places.
and then one that
And a
never.
robbery.
Yeah. What even? What are you talking about?
I've
Was,
completely wiped it from my memory.
was it just they just didn't give you attention? They didn't because you are not an out of the top five bodybuilder. Like even if you are off, I don't think. Like I don't
It's
understand how
racism. I just don't think they like British people.
I genuinely think like the
I am
IMB
dead.
fucking despise the UK
Yeah,
results.
I don't think they do like UK people because of the fact that obviously they're not affiliated with them anymore.
Yeah.
Um, I also just think my physique doesn't stand out in a front relaxed, in a big call out.
Yeah.
And like if they're, I think they judged it very very quickly. And like my front relax isn't a great pose. It's not horrendous, but it's not a great pose. I also wore different trunks because Megan was wearing red and she wanted me to wear red, so it's all her fault because the red trunks are a little bit small. But no, in all seriousness, the red trunks are a little bit small, so it made me look a bit blockier. But
They
that's
also blend into the physique a little bit more.
yeah, that's such a small thing. But like for me, looking back, I didn't like how the red trunks looked. That's not going to make a difference really in terms of the judging. But yeah, I think it's multiple things. I just didn't feel good like all week at all. Like I just didn't feel good going into the show. My left quad just wasn't playing ball. My left hamstring was flared up, so I couldn't. I was like, when I was prepping food, I was standing on one leg because it hurts to stand on my left leg. So it was like, this isn't great. You know what I mean? It's like, this is probably going to be difficult to pose. So I wasn't posing hard in the week, in which case, when you can't pose hard, you're looking at your legs thinking, fucking hell, I'm fat because I'm not posing them hard. And it's like, no, I'm just not posing them hard. So multiple things. But at the end of the day, it was an amazing show for Megan. It was an amazing show for Finley. And that's what I'm remembering it as. I'm not remembering it as me competing. I'm remembering it for Megan and I'm remembering it for Finley because that was sick. For me, it was fucking horrendous, the worst experience I've had competing. But I don't need to remember it for that. Like,
there's positives to take.
Luckily, I've got positives from it, yeah. But it just felt like one thing is and it's good because I've had that experience, like you said with you, Josh, at the Natural Olympia. I've had that experience now, so I can understand and sympathise and help with clients if and when that happens.
Yeah.
Because not everybody, like, without sounding like a dick, I've always been one of the top. I've never placed outside the top 3. That is the first show ever where I've not placed top 3 or I've not really been looked at, and it was horrible. Like, I'll be honest, it was fucking shit. It was like, what am I doing? Like, I literally felt embarrassed. Like, I've never been on stage and felt like embarrassed, and I did, and it was not a nice feeling. Yeah. But it was good. It was a good learning experience to have that and to be like, okay, right, if and when this happens with clients, I can speak from a more sympathetic standpoint and understanding standpoint. So it was quite good that it happened. But, like, honestly, the cost of that show, forget the travel and everything. Obviously, we flew to Budapest, paid for the flights, paid for the accommodation, etc. Eliminate all of that. Just the entry fee and stuff. It's a fucking piss take. Like, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of euros. Like, it's a joke, mate. Like, I can't remember exactly how much it was, but we had to get quite a lot of money out because you had to pay in cash. And then when we got there, the conversion rate was wrong, so we had to get even more out. And I was just stood there like, I'm getting fucking bent over and just rammed. Like, I'm literally getting embarrassed. Like, and then to not get looked at as well, it was like, yeah. But Megan had a great time and she's a world champion, so it's all good.
See, they don't look at UK athletes, but when they're actually good, they will look at them.
They will. Yeah.
Well,
Meg's like undeniable though, isn't she? Like,
mate, the girl that she was against was an IFBB pro. The girl that she beat is an IFBB pro, really good, won like 3 classes before she did Megan's class. So, like, it was only her and Megan, but
good battle.
Still, really, really good win. But yeah, let's chat about, while I'm eating, you chat about Lewis and your experience with travelling. We chat about Matt's prep.
Yeah. Well, Lewis obviously just competed at OCB Italy, and there was a fat Italian guy that was raging that he beat him.
But he was like complimenting backstage.
The satisfaction that came with that was beautiful. It was the post, like, they collabed with Lewis, and then I asked him, like, could you send me these photos so I could make a post? And they're like, we'll just invite you as a collaborator to that one. And I was like, oh, brilliant. Then I got a notification through that he'd commented. I was like, oh, that's that guy. And I was like, it must be a nice comment, because I literally, like, was chatting to him, getting on well with him. He asked to use our scales to when Lewis was weighing himself, and I think he must have thought, like, I'm heavier than him, so I am better, and he's going to be scared of me for that. But I could see that he was out of shape. But I'm not going to say to someone before they go on stage, mate, you look fucking shit. I was like, oh, mate, you look great. Like, you know, go have some fun, get after it. Like, just be nice to him. And I was like, so is it a local show for you? He was like, well, I was brought up here, but I stay in Tenerife. And I was like, oh, lovely, whereabouts in Tenerife? Because I've been before, and I was asking questions. I was like, well, best of luck, mate. See you later. And then he was all sweaty on stage, placed 4th. And I said to him, I was, oh, well done, mate. Like, you know, you look good. See you later. And then he commented saying, like, bodybuilding, for a reminder, is about building your body. At 19 years old and 65 kg, what the hell has this little guy built? And I was like, mate, come on the fuck. He's literally beat you. How can you be complaining? Like, yes, Lewis is a smaller individual. Yes, he is 65 kg, but weight realistically is irrelevant within natural bodybuilding. Like, Lewis was way more conditioned, shaped better, posed better, wasn't sweating his tits off for the majority of it, wasn't eating paprika Pringles backstage, and therefore won. So yeah, that was satisfying, and I went back onto the comment section like 6 hours later, and all the boys just ripping into him. Andre commented because he speaks Italian. He typed something, and all I could make out of it was just burgers. That was brilliant. Ripping into him for eating too many burgers, but a great show for Lewis. It was such a good weekend. Jake came out with his Jake Byers. We travelled out on the Thursday afternoonish, came back on Sunday afternoon, 3 hour delayed flight, which was a bit brutal, but flew out. It was bloody roasting in Milan, so trying to regulate, fluids to make sure that he wasn't, sweating way too much on stage. And funnily enough, like out of all the guys that were there that are used to that heat that were Italian, Lewis was the least sweaty one there. So I was like, we would definitely take that. But again, a lot of them were just backstage doing some ridiculous shit, like the stuff that they were eating, just guzzling water and stuff because they were warm. I think they just didn't really entirely know what to do. But yeah, it was very warm. Lewis got posed hard. They done 5 rounds of quarter turns. They just kept on going. It was like a comical amount of quarter turns. They done 3 rounds, and I was like, fucking hell. And then it kept going, and Jake and I were just looking at each other like, wow. Kept going, kept going. Lewis held his, just kind of held it all together there, and then as he started going into the muscularity rounds, like by that point, everyone was dripping in sweat, and then Lewis started to sweat and fade a little bit more, as you're going to do, because you know yourself, when you're up on stage, it's significantly warmer than the room itself. You got the lights down on you. I couldn't imagine that. I was sat there drenched. Like my top, if I tried to pull it off me, there would have been like a suction, like. So to be able to hold things together to win the class was brilliant. He went into men's open bodybuilding because they didn't have enough for like a teens or juniors class. So went in there, won it, and then won his pro card. So I cannot complain at all. It was a good giggle. Like we kind of were laughing about the pro card, and is he going to get it? Is he not? And then they didn't do an overall. It was just whoever won the men's open won a pro card. Whoever wins the men's classic physique got a pro cards, and then one of the females got a pro card as well. But they like went to grab the pro card, and Jake and I were just screaming, Lewis, pro card. And Lewis was giggling on stage as well because we were ripping the piss out of it the whole time. How he's going to now change his name to Lewis Elvisa do OCB Pro. But yeah, I can't complain. It was a great weekend. We enjoyed some pizza afterwards, and yeah, it was good.
Is that Lewis done now? Yeah.
Yes. He has actually held his body weight. He had post show. We had a pizza. We went around there with lime scooters. Went to a pizza place which was shut. Then went to a pizza place which was like a wee shitty takeaway. That was Lewis and Jake's suggestions, and I said, let me cook. Let ChatGPT cook. And we found this like amazing pizza place, a wee Neapolitan pizza, and that was amazing. They had a tiramisu and a cheesecake afterwards. I don't like cheesecake. I had a little bit of tiramisu, but I didn't really want to eat a great deal. And then we went to a nice wee gelato place, which was lovely. Then Lewis got a big white chocolate filled croissant the morning after. But he was like trace carb meals outside of that, handled it well, didn't go over the top, and came back at the same body weight. So he's in a good spot to go. I've upped his baseline foods. A little bit of cardio was back in just for general health and fitness. Steps are back in a kind of regulated position and just ready to crack on. He's got a new split in. Needs to prioritise his upper body a lot. Like his lower body is strong, his quads, his glutes, his hamstrings, but he needs literally more everything. Upper body needs more chest, more back, and then more arms. His delts are good, but we've got pretty big prioritisation onto those other areas. So I'm excited for that. We'll go back to stage in 2029 because he'll still be a junior at that point, and it means he can continue to grow as much as possible and come back very, very good.
Time that.
It seems it, but what, 3 years from now? That would be from when I stepped on stage.
Good.
Now.
That's not much time.
Yeah, it goes
Yeah.
very quickly. So yeah, a good weekend. Ended up training. Jake and I went to go train upper, or I was training lower. He was training upper. Sorry. And the wee lime scooters, we went on them for an hour to this gym, all to find out that it was closed. It was under construction, so that was heartbreaking. And we went to go lime scooter to the next gym, and we went for another like 45 minutes. Nothing. We weren't even anywhere near close. By this point, we'd ate 3 hours ago. It's like we need to eat again before we train. And nowhere was open. Went on the map, couldn't find anything, not a single thing. I'm just seeing the McDonald's on the map, and we're like, for fuck's sake. So I'm sat there, and I don't massively enjoy McDonald's, but I've got a cheeseburger, chips, and some chicken nuggets. I was like, right, get it down me. And I could tell as soon as I ate it, I was like, it's not great. Like, it's not going to sit amazingly.
I said to Jake, I was like, get the grilled chicken, or yeah, get the grilled chicken wrap. It
Yeah,
always sits
I'll
well with
get
me.
something like
Yeah.
that.
When you get a grilled sweet chili chicken wrap, it's
Chicken.
literally a tortilla, grilled chicken, bit of lettuce, and a bit of sweet chili
At this
sauce.
point, I'd had my normal meal one, my normal meal two, and I was like, if I get anything less than like something pretty calorific, I'm going to be under my calories. I'm sweating my tits off. Like, I don't want to lose weight, so I'm going to try to get a good bit of food in here and just hope that it's okay.
Get three
Um,
chicken wraps then.
yeah, I could have, but
What was a chicken wrap and then like double fries?
Yeah.
the fries were. I
And a
struggled.
muffin. Get a muffin. A muffin.
Yeah, muffins and cookies and shit. But
Yeah.
we then decided, because it was such a bolly to get to the gym, it ended up taking us like 3.5 hours to get to the gym. That we're not doing this again tomorrow. And at this point, we're set down like £100 because we've had to end up getting an Uber. 30-minute drive is 75 to £80. It's outrageous in Milan. So we've got the Uber there. We're like, we'll do full body. We done a hamstring curls and then a pendulum squat. That Atlantis pendulum squat, which was really nice, but they need to bolt that shit into the ground. I was literally getting launched back and forth. Done my set of leg press, and I was like, oh no, here we go. I could just feel everything. I was like, fuck. Ran to the toilet, and I've just projectile vomited my fucking chips, my cheeseburger. I can see like half chicken nuggets coming out, and then I'm looking at it in the toilet pan, and I'm like, oh, that's disgusting. And I go again and again, and there was 4 rounds of like straight out me. But I felt amazing after it. I was like, brilliant. Cracked on with the rest of the session.
On
Had a good
stage.
session.
Should have stepped on stage. That's the
Yeah.
perfect peak.
Jake and I were highly considering just going and getting a Phillips one blade, shave quickly, and just say to them, can we enter this show? Because we knew that like if we jumped into classic physique, something that was quite quiet, mate, if we went into classic physique, I think Jake and I could have been top 3,
Yeah.
which would have been absolute scenes. Imagine the vlog.
Did Lewis do that show as a bit of a joke?
It was more so he just wanted to do
like, do an abroad show, didn't he?
he wanted to do an abroad show, but so he wanted to do
He had to be a resident.
yeah, he wanted to do WNBF Milan, but he had to be a resident. So he wanted to finish with a show abroad just to like enjoy it, have some fun.
Should have done the IMBA Budapest. It was great.
Oh, for sure, great experience.
I wanted to finish on a show abroad, and then it was that bad that I was like, I'm not finishing on a show abroad.
See, Brandon was wanting to do an IMBA show abroad when he competed. So we ended up choosing the Worlds. It's because like I was struggling to find what one to put him in, and I messaged AJ because he'd had a few clients, and he was like, "Mate, avoid at all costs." It was like they will not look at Brandon. Like they don't like the UK athletes anymore, and they will like intentionally not judge them or just put them to the side. And I was like, yeah, fuck that. So we never ended up doing that in the WNBF Worlds. So yeah, definitely, I didn't really want to put him into anything outside of that. And OCB, like we knew that. I mean, I've had Aiden do OCB shows. They've got one in the UK. We know that like they're ran pretty well. It's obviously going to be a quieter show, one with literally no pressure at all. Go and have at it. There was 40 people registered, so it was like a very very small show. But I think there was 7 people in his class. The boy that he beat him by 1 point. He was actually pretty good. He was just a lot bigger.
Yeah.
He wasn't all the way in, but like when he actually had everything switched on, I was like, oh, he's very solid Portuguese fella. So yeah, I kind of battled it out, which was right good fun. Like shouting at him, he was sweating his tits off, could barely move, and I'm like, hamstrings, screaming at him. So yeah, it was a good show. I really really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I literally when I saw like not obviously I didn't really get to properly see the standard, but I thought that he would realistically just go and win it. Like Lewis, no offense, he's good, but he's not like, oh my god, like he's just
Yeah.
a pretty good teen, isn't he? But like I saw on his stories, he was saying like no one's really in condition here and stuff. So it was cool for him to get the win. But again, like luckily, and well, I don't know exactly, but like luckily, like Lewis knows that it's an OCB pro card. He knows that it's not really that. that big of a deal. But it's like for some people, they'd be like, "Oh my god, I'm a pro bodybuilder," and then they just start thinking that they're shit and slacking, and it's like, no, you've literally just been given a card because you were just the best one there on the day because it wasn't a great standard. Like,
Yeah.
again, that's nothing against Lewis, but like some people that will win an OCB pro card and think it's like fucking gold dust.
Yeah, oh my god. And
Have you seen all those? Well, Josh, I know you've seen the tech or the Instagram reels about the OCB Pro card. People talking about it, saying like it's the most useless or worthless pro
oh, I
card.
was wetting myself. So
So
it
funny.
was literally like half an hour after Lewis had won the pro cards, and somebody had put up a reel. It's one of Jacob Tipper's clients. They'd put it up like before Lewis had competed. It was like a few hours before, but Jake had seen it just afterwards, and it was like, do you just literally go to an OCB show and you just guarantee the pro card? And Jake's commenting too right, reposted it and shared it. This is fucking brilliant.
Do you think it was based on Lewis?
No, I think he'd posted it before
No,
Lewis.
it's been out for ages. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. But the
Jake has
UCB's like in
reposted it.
America, like the highest level is very, very good.
Mate,
Yeah,
like
like
Yorton Cup is
yeah.
ridiculous.
They
Like,
just
with
give out pro cards for fun.
yeah, they would slap a lot of the UK athletes. Like when you look at that
Magnum,
Magnum Muscle, and then also what's his name? He does classic. He's really
the
good.
bearded one.
The bearded one, like mate, he's
Like
ridiculous.
IFBB Pro could be on the
Both
Olympics
of them would slap everyone, like win overalls left, right, and centre at UK shows. Like the pro standard can be really, really good, but then amateur it is very, very low.
Yeah, especially in like I feel like in the European countries because it's only recently come over.
Yeah.
But yeah, we had PCA Naturals 3. I had 4 clients in it. Josh had Gavin, Noah had Ewan and Yanis. So what we had 4, 5, 6, 7. Matt, who did you have in it? Aiden, myself.
The only additional one was Kev, I think.
Oh yeah, I saw Kev backstage. He was buzzing. He was buzzing coming
Yeah, he was really happy.
4th, right?
Uh,
Yeah, he was happy. So yeah, the overall winners are here. This guy, the physique guy, is that his Instagram?
did he win the overall the day before?
Yeah, he did, didn't
Yeah, he was really, really impressive. So he was in Kez's class. Obviously, Kez is really good, but he beat Kez and then went on to win the overall. And also in the overall, like he beat Leo, who's great. He beat Ewan, Noah's client, who was awesome. Like that was a really good overall, to be fair. And the Masters guy, is great as well. I think his name's Jay or James. So yeah, like very, very good standard of men's physique. The bodybuilder is the guy who beat Charlie. He was in the first timers at Naturals 2, the one that again that was my first show. So he was in the overall then, and again he was so good. Like it was in that overall, it was what me, him, and then the guy that Wise lifting that won it on PCA 2.
he? Who was that? Sorry, the guy that won the overall there.
Austrian guy.
Austrian.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Yeah,
He was really good.
he was great. And then in this overall, it was Jay, Leon, and myself in like the middle 3. And to be fair, like I think going into it, I wasn't thinking, oh, I want to push for the overall because I knew that I was fading and my physique wasn't really getting any better. On the day, I was like, oh, I actually look pretty good. Like I could push for the overall, but then like backstage and stuff, like Jay just looks crazy. Like he's really good. Like Leon's really good. For him to beat me and Leon, like he is really good. He's not the most complete. Like he's got some really strong shots and some crazy body parts, like his delts, his arms, his chest, crazy. He's not that strong from the back, but he's still very good. And his front shots are just wild. Like his shape is a joke. Like his front relaxed is like crazy. He's just an X. So yeah, he's got so much potential. Like this is obviously his first season. That's only his second ever show, and he pushed close. He was close in the overall in his first ever show. And again, this is why when Charlie got beat by him, and I was saying to Charlie, like, mate, it can happen. Like Charlie, I was saying, Charlie, mate, you're so good. Like you literally just got beat by someone who's crazy. Like hopefully Charlie now realizes that and goes, oh shit, maybe I didn't look that bad at the first show. Yeah, I didn't look my absolute best, but just got beat by this guy who's really good. Yeah. So yeah, fair play to Jay. He's a dead nice guy backstage as well. Yeah, like look at that.
It's his front relaxed though. Like that obviously looks great But you know, most people in their front lat spread look way crazier than their front relaxed. He looks like the same in his front relaxed. Like his waist looks even smaller. It's
His
like,
front
oh,
relax, good
fuck.
joke. Leon
Yeah,
looked really, really good. That was me.
there he is.
Leo.
Yep, he's had
Put,
a good season
what
as
other
well.
players did we put on? Yeah,
Do
he's
you
got a
think
star.
Leon looked better than the DFBA, than the UK FBA?
I think he looked his best at the FBA.
Mm.
I think at the UK FBA he looked really good, but could have been a bit sharper. I think he was maybe a bit sharper for the FBA. For this show, I think he looked really good, but I think he's just a bit tired. Like we messaged and we were both like, yeah, we're ready to just wrap it up. Like obviously that was our plan anyway. But yeah, he's done like 3 shows in 4 weeks, and he was saying like my body's just a bit tired. Like I think he still looked great. Like, but it's just a shame he was in a class on his own. Like the bodybuilding classes, Leon was on his own, Jay was against one other guy, and I was against one other guy.
What's happened to bodybuilding?
I'm gonna say classic is rammed, fucking
Yeah.
mentions he rammed, and then
Mate,
this is Nate bodybuilding.
90% of the classic guys aren't fucking classic.
Yeah,
But
it seems to be.
it's been popularized by Sebum that everybody thinks they're classic, or everybody goes into classic thinking because I'm not the biggest, I'll go into classic. Like
Yeah.
that is what people do.
It's like all the small people, less heavily muscle people, have been taken out of bodybuilding, so they would have filled the numbers before, and they've now just put themselves in the classic. But they're still not good enough for classic, so they're just.
They're just getting beaten in classic instead of getting beaten in bodybuilding.
You may as well just get beaten in the division you're supposed to be in.
Yeah.
There's less people in bodybuilding as well, so there's more chance that you just get placed third, even if you
Well,
come last.
half of them probably would have got top 3, top
Yeah.
5.
Well, they would, yeah.
Yeah.
Like if you're in my class, if there was one more guy, you'd have got a third place medal, like third place trophy, or second, who knows, or first. But I mean, if they would have like been in there and placed last, they would have still placed third. But yeah, like it was a good show. Like again, I like the PCA shows in the sense of you know what you're going to get, you know that you're not going to be there all day, you know that it's going to run pretty quick, you know what it's going to entail in terms of they're going to push you to be on stage at a set time, and they do rush you a little bit, but you know what you're going to get. You know you're going to get the reel. You know you're going to get photos. You know that they're going to look decent. Like I was much happier with the reel because obviously last time I was so dark.
Purple.
Yeah.
The hair flick.
Where is it?
The reel just up there to your left.
Real
that-
bad.
That was obviously the first show when I was very dark, and then I had to go and get a shower. So luckily, and I was saying this to Megan, I was like, it sounds very shallow, but like one of the reasons I wanted to do the show was to actually get a better reel and some better stage photos, like from the PCA. And she was like, that's not shallow at all. She was like, that's why most people do it. And I was like, yeah, but for me, that's not why I do it. But I looked at that reel, the first one, and it was like, fucking hell. Like, it was just a bit of a joke because I was that dark.
Yeah.
Whereas in this one, I was like, oh, I'm actually quite happy with that. Like, yeah, it's not me at my absolute best. But the thing is, I've got a really good video of me at the UKDFBA where I'm really happy with it. So it's like I say, I can't complain. But yeah, this was my routine.
What was the song?
So Say We All.
Who's it by, or does it have
It's
meaning?
like an epic.
What's the meaning, mate? What's the
You
meaning?
just like it? Just it's a hell yeah song?
Yeah. The meaning is I was looking for like cool songs when I was first deciding what routine, like what music to use, and I found like a few, and I wrote them down in my notes. And then obviously I used The Night We Met, didn't I, for like all my other routines. But then after Budapest, you didn't get a routine in Budapest. No bodybuilder's got a routine, even if you place top 5. It was only Classic that got a routine, and you're paying like so much money. But anyway, because I didn't do a routine in Budapest, I was like, I want to do another routine, and I want to have a different song, and just like almost like have like a bit of a different experience than just doing the same song and the same routine. The routine was pretty much the exact same. I just started with most musculars instead of starting from the back with the transition because my back was starting to fade and my glutes weren't looking as good. So I was like, I don't need to show my back as much.
I actually hated Skyfall by the end of my season. See, when it got to the routine, I was like, I just can't be fucked this.
Yeah.
Because I've done this so many times, like, I don't want to do it again. But I didn't have, like, the energy and effort to make a full new routine and a new thing, so,
At that point of prep, you don't, do you?
you know.
But yeah, I was happy with it. it was a good way to end the season, a much more positive way than at the IMBA show. So obviously after Budapest, the day after we had a day on the Lime scooters and just enjoyed ourselves. Like we prepped all our meals. We just had like a few coffees and had our normal meal plan. That was really nice. I've been to Budapest before, so I was like showing Megan all the places that I'd been. It was sick,
A
really.
front double in the baths.
Hit a front. That was before the show. That was when we were
International, mate.
yeah, trying to chill out before the show at the baths. So yeah, that was really good. And then we flew the next morning. We trained legs. Flex Gym, would definitely recommend it at Budapest. Very, very cool gym. And then we went from there to Marbella, and then we had like 4 days in Marbella, which was really nice. Just lived our normal life again. We've literally just stayed on plan. We prepped all our meals. We came back for our final meal each night. Even if I wasn't going to do the show, that was our plan anyway. Here's Noah. We wanted to just stay on plan regardless, and continue to do that because we both know that we'll feel good for it, and we both enjoy our meal plan and stuff. So it's like we're on plan, but like, oh, we'll have an extra coffee. We'll have a flat white instead of an Americano. Like that's where we're like off plan, or we'll like try a different way because I've had the exact same way the whole prep. So I'm like, oh, I'll try a different way. But like, I honestly think that's such a good way of doing it. It's like, I feel like I've got so much flexibility. If I want to have cream of rice instead of hydro rice, I will. That's my like off plan. It's the exact same. It's the same macros. You know what I mean? It's like, but you get to enjoy food a bit more. So that's how I'm doing it and like feel really good for it. But yeah, like Marbella was class. Literally, like I say, just trained and lived our normal lives. My peak week was literally just a case of like a linear load, but it wasn't a peak week. It was like, I'm just fucking chilling and I'm going to jump in the show. And that's what we did. You been asleep, Noah?
Yeah, sorry, boys.
Thought you would. I said that you asked me if you could have a nap earlier, and I was like, I don't know if he was asking about can I have a nap when the podcast's on.
Yeah, you woke up in time for. Oh no, it's usually 5 minutes instead of 5:30. I'm thinking it's still 5:30 time. But this is perfect for peaking, bro.
Yeah.
Chill out,
Needs
bro.
a rest.
He's 10 weeks out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
10 weeks out in 4 days. Is it 4 or 5 days?
4 days now, I think.
Yeah, it's Saturday, not it?
But you got
Yeah.
one more session. It's mental, isn't it?
Yeah, Thursday. Then it's go time. Yeah.
Mate, it's exciting.
Yeah, I'm starting to
I'm
get.
more excited than you. Like I keep saying, are you excited? And he's like, I'm like, I am.
You do look
I think
very
I'm just
good. Like,
excited.
you need to fucking back yourself.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Because I've seen you like from a teen to now, and like, you don't. I know you don't see how good you are. Like, you're not this fucking freak, but mate, you look mint. Like, you do look really good, and I don't think you realise it. And when you get when you get a tan on, and when you get some stage photos, you'll be like, "What the fuck?" Like, and that's what I'm excited for.
Yeah, I hope that's what happens. To be fair, but yeah. To be fair, it's getting sound. Today I felt fucking knackered though. I woke up and everything was just aching. Because it was like what 8:30 or something. I had messaged it, mate. Can I go for a nap? I need my bed again. But then I think I came back home at 2:30. I think I've been asleep since like 3:30. So not ideal. I think I've woke up a bit.
It's. I'd rather you be able to do that though. Like, ultimately, if you can chill out more in these coming days, obviously not so much that you're then stressing, thinking, "Oh, I've got to catch up on work because I've
Yeah.
slept too much and stuff." But just like I was doing that, like in my peak weeks, because your steps are lower. So like I just replace going when I'd usually go for a half an hour walk. I'm like, oh, I'm going to try and like have a half an hour nap, and I just put sleep music on and set an alarm for 30 minutes from now, and I'd
Yeah.
like drift off a bit and then wake up and be like, I feel fucking mint.
Sometimes it's not just closing your eyes and having like an eye mask on.
When you're so,
Yeah.
especially if you're so on it all the time, which within a prep and with like if you're busy with clients like you are, you know what I mean, you are very much like go go go.
Yeah.
Then be like, oh, I can actually breathe and just like chill out and not be on my phone for 30 minutes and just close my eyes. And like the difference that you can feel sometimes from doing that. But then towards the end of my prep, I was like getting into the headspace of needing that more. And,
Yeah.
and Josh, you were the same. Like every fucking night, you're like, I need that bath. And like, you didn't. But like, it was so nice to have it. And like, I was saying this to Megan, like, I was getting into the headspace towards the end of my prep where it's like I just need to constantly be off my feet. I need to constantly have my feet elevated. And it's like you just become a potato and you just look worse because you're starting to literally expend so few calories that the same baseline food is now a surplus or it's now not a deficit, and because you're just becoming so useless as a human, like doing fuck all. It's like you need to still keep some level of movement and stuff. But like for this week, if you can chill out and nap here or there,
Yeah.
that's it.
I think that was the first weekend, to be fair, that I don't feel like I had the after effects of being a little bit more tired, like at a show weekend or something.
Because as
I
well, the PCA like was done by
Yeah,
what, 4 p.m.
yeah,
Like
it felt pretty good.
you
The
had
airport,
results. Let's go on, carry on. I'm going to get the boys up.
yeah, the airport was the flight was delayed again, to be fair. But
You're
aside
gonna
from that,
fall asleep with that,
it
mate.
was sound. Yeah, that fucking flight, man. It's always the Birmingham to Glasgow final flight of the day. It's a delay, but yeah, I didn't feel absolutely goosed, which was nice.
You want to talk through the boys?
Yeah, fucking good weekend, to be fair. I assume we've shown Aiden and all that, yeah.
Not fully. I've gone into the show, but I've not gone through my clients yet. So
Got you. Well, we had two boys for myself, Ewan and Jan. Jan is actually was meant to be doing bodybuilding, and well, he's meant to be doing bodybuilding as his main thing, but we decided let's give men's physique a little try, and came in for men's physique because he wanted to give it a go. Came third place, looked pretty damn good. One of the leanest on stage, striated glutes through his fucking board shorts, which was quite cool to see. And yeah, he's suited the division, but bodybuilding's where he's at. So since then, gave him back to back high days, and he's just dropping more after that. But he's loving it, being off of or being back on stage, especially considering where he was for BMBF Southern.
the difference is crazy.
Yeah,
When I first saw him and he got obviously he was in Drew's class and like he did he come? I think he came fourth.
yeah, he came fourth out of four.
Yeah.
Oh,
no,
fuck, I remember that.
and no offense,
Oh, I just realised we were at that show.
he really didn't look good. Like he was way off it standard wise. Like it was like he was nowhere near. He applied, and I remember saying to you, I was like, "Oh mate, the guy who came fourth in Drew's class has applied," and like I remember being like, "He's not great," but then you were like, "No, he's not great, but he can be," and I was like, "Yeah, he can be," and like now he is.
A lot
Like,
better. A
that's
lot
so,
better.
so cool. Like, yeah, like it's not that he had no potential. It's just that he wasn't in shape, and
Yeah.
he still needed to be bigger, but he also wasn't in shape, and he wasn't posing well. And now,
Seeing his glutes through the board shorts is very cool. Like, that's fucking sick.
yeah,
I need to head off. My barber is here, so
Your barber's at yours.
well, yeah. So my barber I usually go to didn't have any availability, but my brother's barber comes to the house because he's mates with him. So
Josh. No.
Josh Graham, yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So he's here to cut my hair, and I go to Croatia tomorrow, and I really need to get this sorted. So
All right.
I'm signing
Enjoy
off,
yourself.
guys.
enjoy,
See you
mate.
soon. Bye bye.
Right.
But yeah, progress is crazy. Have you got
Yeah.
a comparison?
I think we posted. It'll be down there
We
somewhere.
could just go on his profile. He would have posted it, wouldn't he?
Yeah. It's just very much the aesthetic stuff and of it. There it is, the 83 kg one. Yeah, that was him last time he was on stage, so pretty cool. He'd prepped himself. He'd done like a 10-week diet, and was like doing random expenditure whenever he thought he might have needed a little bit more, as his fat loss. So to be the same weight, yeah, mate, it's pretty damn cool. And have you seen the photos on my story? I think that's the best I've seen him post workout. To be fair,
What? From
yeah, it was today after pool.
get your close friend story on.
Yeah, God, I don't think there's anything incriminating. But yeah, like lean all over his side leg on that side try, like he's fucking pretty much doing it.
The next show is PCA Naturals 4 in bodybuilding.
Yeah, Naturals 4. We're doing the same show as he did before for BMBF.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
And he wanted to give OCB a try.
Is he
And I
still,
think
is he still a team?
Nah, he's turned 20 now. But he's got obviously like what 3 years in juniors now.
Yeah.
So he's got time. And then we had Ewan in open physique short. I had known Ewan from the 2022 season. I remember he competed in men's physique, and I thought, fucking hell, he's good. And he's a local lad as well from Paisley, and took some time away from bodybuilding and everything because he didn't really enjoy the process of it. And then started working together about 20 weeks ago, and gave him a bit of time at maintenance, then pushed into prep, and he brought a pretty fucking good look, and won the class, which was nice.
Very impressive.
Yeah, very. He's very much like his own worst enemy in terms of getting in his head, and overly worrying about every extra little bit, in terms of his midsection and being on or things like that. But you can see as soon as someone tells him, like, mate, fucking look at this, and he's like, fair enough, man, fair enough. He was buzzing when he saw the photos, and it was more so a case of let's give you a tiny little bit more because he didn't need a crazy amount going into the overall. That guy, the guy that won the overall, was just fucking hunks of muscle on muscle. But if we're talking about the look that Ewan brought, he was tight, looked wicked, won his class against some good competitors as well, and now he's pushing back up before the back end of the year as well.
He's very, very good, mate. Obviously, you've done a great job with him. Like, he's got potential to do really well at the end of the season as well. Like, he's obviously a lot of the time at these earlier shows, the standards maybe not quite as good as like a British finals, but he's more than good enough to really challenge. He looks great.
Yeah, he's of that standard anyway. So it's just a case of keeping him up.
10 weeks out, yeah.
Yeah, 5 days, bro. 5 days. Well, 4 days now. But yeah, you had your boys as well. Aiden. It was Aiden and you.
Me and Aiden in the overall, which was really cool. Because I get on so well with Aiden. Like, he knows this, and I tell him he's such a good lad. We get on really well. He's an awesome opponent. I've coached him now for like 2 years. So to be able to compete with him was really cool. That's one thing that like I've wanted to be able to do a bit this year. But like, unfortunately, it didn't really happen much. Like, obviously, I was on stage in the overall with Lewis, Josh's client. But other than that, I've not one. To be fair, in the overall, I think it's fun. I wouldn't want to be against someone in my class, so that's why. So Ryan, that I had competing this weekend, sorry. I said to him, I was like, look, mate, I'm probably going to be doing this show as well, and we both would be in bodybuilding tall. So why don't you do novice? Well, I actually said classic, because I completely forgot they did novice, and he's not classic. So the reason I said classic to him, and I said that to him, I was like, you know, you'll do bodybuilding in the other one. I was like, it's completely up to you. I was like, if you want to do bodybuilding, you can, but I'd rather not be against a client. Like, I don't want it to feel like it's a competition against a client. In an overall, I don't feel like it is. In an overall, I feel like it's fun for all the winners and just whoever
get some cool photos and
yeah. So it was really cool to be on stage with Aiden, and go through some shots with him. But yeah, this class had 14 people in, and it was a good class as well. Like, it wasn't like 13 that weren't great and then Aiden. It was like the top 5 were really good, the top 3 especially, and then they said they did like a review post, and it was like the top 2 was really close. Aiden was on the outside of the middle all the way through, and then when they went into, I think they did abs and thigh, the last pose of like the second round, and they went Aiden's number switched with the middle guy, and I was like, yeah. And then they finished on the most muscular, and they finished there. And usually with PCA, whoever finishes in the middle wins. And I was like, fuck yeah! Like, he finished it right at the end, and I thought he deserved it. It was just that little bit more complete and that little bit more polished than the guy in second. But the guy in second was really impressive as well. Aiden's really good, like really, really good. I was happy with it. He was definitely a little bit sharper than at the WMBF, which is what the goal was, because WMBF, the goal was classic, whereas with this, he's doing bodybuilding. PCA, we know they like condition, and he wasn't doing classic. So it was like, right, we need to get a bit sharper, which we did, without really sacrificing like anything. Like, we didn't really lose much body weight in between. We didn't really dig in between. It was just a case of like spending more time at that body weight and just improving the look. And we knew he was getting sharper because we'd pulled down his food. Again, it wasn't like crazy low, and his steps were low, like moderate to low, and we tapered them off as we got closer. But we knew that when we peaked again, and we peaked with a little bit less food than last time, because last time I wouldn't say he was massively spilled, but for classic, it almost worked quite nicely because he was like really full in his classic class, and then he sort of tapered off through the day into his bodybuilding class. Or sorry, his bodybuilding class, and then he tapered off into his classic class later in the day. But like, he didn't need to be quite as full as he was in the morning at WMBF. So I was like, we don't need as much food this time. We obviously just assessed it as we went, but we didn't use quite as much food, and he was still like plenty full enough. So yeah, he did really well to win that class. Obviously, these were the boys that we had on. So we had Kieran, we had Ryan, we had Aidan, and we had Matt. So Aidan won his class, and then obviously was in the overall. Ryan and Kieran were in the same class, which was cool. So they both did novice, and both realistically were the most conditioned up there by a long way. Like, Ryan didn't think he'd be lean enough, and he was like, "Do you really think I'm lean enough?" I was like, "Yes, mate, you are lean." I was like, "But you can be a bit sharper." And he will be, because his next show is the PCA Naturals 4. But yeah, we've only worked together for 4 weeks, and like, ridiculous changes. Posing has obviously improved a lot because I sent him to Matt straight away. So I was like, your posing needs to be better. Go to Matt, and that's helped. He's sound, isn't he, Ryan, as well, mate?
I love him. There's just something about him. It's like he's so raw, or
he's just a proper down to earth. Like, he's literally just himself. He's really sound. Like, he doesn't overanalyze things. He doesn't like. He's not like one to massively stress out, but like he messaged me about his tan. They'd missed a bit at the top of his tan. He was like, "What do you think?" And I was like, "Yeah, just get him to do top coat tomorrow." And he's like, "Yeah, sound." Like, he's just that kind of good client that will tell you what you need to know, but they don't stress out necessarily. And yeah, just a really nice guy. He stayed to watch me in the overall as well, so thank you, mate, because you didn't have to do that. But I do appreciate it. So he was in the same class as Kieran, and obviously Kieran is like, honestly, probably the most peeled person I've ever seen on stage, or close to. Like, him and Chris Paling, like, you don't get many people that get into like the level of condition that Kieran does. Like, these photos don't even do it justice. Like, when I see his morning shots, like, it honestly is like, what the fuck is that? Like, he'll send me his morning photos, and like his rear double bicep, it's like, honestly, it's like striations on striations on striations in his glutes. Like, that doesn't do it justice at all. Like, so he looked great, and I said to Ryan, I was like, "You're stood next to Kieran in the photos. You'll think that you're not lean, but you are. Like, Kieran just makes anybody look not that lean." So Kieran came second by 1 point, which was a shame. Like, obviously it was very close. It's almost more annoying when they tell you it's 1 point. Like, you'd rather, well, if you've won, great, doesn't matter. But if they tell you it's 1 point and you're second, and then it's like, oh, that's a shame. But the guy that won, fair play, he was more complete. He had more muscle. If it was condition, Kieran wins by a mile. Kieran wins the show. But it's more than that, and Kieran needs to be bigger. And that's what we're doing now. We're into an off-season. Ryan is going into PCA Naturals 4, so just getting that bit leaner for that, and just really working on the feedback from the judges, and also our feedback, which we know is just posing. We can get a bit leaner. We can improve the shape through posing. And then it's a case of growing again and just bringing up his weaker areas after that next show. We might want to do some more shows. We'll wait and see. Aidan's into an off-season now. Obviously, when I say off-season, it's like they're all going into a recovery phase for the coming weeks. But realistically, we're going into an off-season after a really, really successful season for Aidan. Very, very happy with that. And then Matt. So unfortunately, Matt didn't place. He didn't get first call out in the junior physique class. That's the one that Yanis came third in. It was a strong class, really strong class.
Fucking big lineup as well.
Yeah.
That and the first timers the day before was like 15 athletes in it. Like, it was a busy one.
It was a really, really good class. I don't know if he's put anything on his story from it, any photos of it. Okay, Shay has. Here we go. I haven't had a chance to post any of them yet, but yeah, like, it's a really nice physique. It's a really nice look. He's just in a really good class, and he just needs to be bigger, and he knows that, and that's going to come in time. And again, condition is good. Yeah, this was in the second call out. His condition stood out quite significantly in the second call out, but in the numerical call outs, it was a case of, okay, he needs more muscle, like, and that will come in time because he's got everything really. He's got the shape. He's got the potential. He just needs time to grow. So again, we're straight into an off season with that as well. And then this weekend we have got the MK Classic, which
We
I am
do.
not. I am not doing. I have stopped. My prep is done. Didn't want to just keep going and going and going. I want to just be there for Noah. And I wanted to anyway. Like there was a point in time where I was thinking, oh, I might do it because it's only another week after the PCA 3, and I'm probably going to do PCA 3. But like after Budapest, I was like, right, I'll do one more, and then I'm done. Like I'm not carried on. I'm not getting any better. And I'm just excited to be there for you. And like this weekend, I feel like I was a coach and I just jumped on stage. Whereas at the other shows, I felt like I'm competing and I'm then trying to coach, which was, I didn't like it. Like I did it, but I had the help of you boys, which was like really helpful. But like this weekend just gone, I was like, I don't care if I'm on my feet. I don't care if I'm shouting at clients. Like I'm here for them, and I'm also going to compete. And it was really nice. I actually had a really good day. It was a good way to end the season. So yeah, how are you feeling for the weekend, Noah?
Kushti. I'm starting to get a bit more excited for it. I did like the Magna Centre when we went last time for the NT3 Magna. When we went last time. So yeah, it's starting to feel a little bit more real. Doing like a devol session today was a bit fucking bent, but had to be done. But yeah, it's feeling cushy. I think after that nap, I'm feeling a bit more positive as well. So I'm looking forward to it.
And how are you feeling, Matt? You digging?
I'm cooked. I'm cooked. It's just prep's difficult. There's no two
Yeah.
ways about it. Prep's difficult. I don't care what people say, but now we just put the foot on the gas to try and get a little bit more body fat off. But obviously with digging, what's that fucking Newton's third law? Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. It's like if you dig, you will gather. Yeah, you might pull off a bit of body fat, but you will also gather inflammation and fatigue, and that's just crept up on me. So the plan was to push on, and then we've now pulled back a little bit. So a high day went in today with reduced output. Got a non-training day, high day tomorrow with reduced output, and then we'll take it from there and go back to digging.
I think you'll feel a lot better for that.
Yeah, today, still don't feel great because I did my usual morning expenditure,
Yeah.
and then I just had like sourdough and then 50 grams extra of rice. Like, I'm not getting a benefit from that straight away. It'll be these later meals, having a good night's sleep,
And
best
tomorrow
steps
morning.
tomorrow, and then I'll wake up Thursday feeling good. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
I find the rest days, even just at the output, like I said to you before on this podcast, I was like, if you can have a rest day, the output day, but if you combine that with a high day, like obviously like a rest day, high day, I think you can't beat it. Like you can have a training day, high day, but often all you do is just fuck yourself up in the gym because you've had a bit more food and you feel like, oh, sick, feel mint, and you just fuck yourself up. Like whereas if you have a rest day, high day, and you actually chill, the food actually sits. It's like, oh, this is what I'm supposed to feel like when I'm trying to like take a step back. Like that for me, I've found, like for myself and for clients, like rest day, high days, I've tried to implement them more than ever, because I find that when people have a training day, high day, often it doesn't even touch the sides because they just burn more calories in the gym because they feel better. And then
even if you think of it logically, like the session following the rest day is usually a weaker body part.
yeah,
So if you're then getting a little bit more food on that rest day, a little bit better recovery, you're going to feel better going into that
and it
treatment.
also feels, I feel like on a rest day, it feels like so much more food because like on a training day, like training's an appetite suppressant anyway. You're not really thinking about like eating whilst you're training. Like you might be thinking about your post workout a bit, but you're on a rest day, like especially if your rest day food gets quite low, to then have like an actual decent amount of food, like fucking hell, this feels like incredible. Whereas on a training day, it's like your training day food might be decent anyway, so then you're only adding in a bit more, and it's like, oh, like I'd rather the rest day, high days, yeah, they're where it's at. They're the one. But yeah, I think that is everything. I'm excited for this weekend. I am excited for Matt's shows. I'm excited for my prep to be done. I feel at peace with the season, as much as I would have liked to have maybe won an overall or something. It would have been nice, but before the season, I would have never thought that. You know what I mean? I wouldn't have gone into the season like I want to win an overall. I was literally like, I just want to look better than I did in 2023. So we achieved that. and now it's back to growing, and also just back to like feeling a bit more human again. Because like even like now, I've been on higher food for what, a week and a couple of days. Like say the linear load in Marbella, like I was on like a normal amount of food, but we were doing a lot of steps and stuff. It was like I actually just feel pretty normal again. Again, 2-3 months will go by and I'll be like, oh, I wasn't normal. But I'm definitely now versus like 10 days ago, just before the Budapest show, I feel like a different person already. So I'm excited to just continue feeling more and more normal, and just obviously now looking at shows upcoming for clients and the meetup. We've got the Natural Physique meetup on the 18th of July. Matt's going to be fucked for that, aren't you?
Can't wait to get fucking photos of me, and I'm just.
You're just going to be doing cardio the whole time at the top of the stairs, just watching down.
I'll just be doing posing
3
fitness.
hours. 3 hours
Posing
left.
fitness, and people can just watch me.
Yeah.
Jump in, just continuous runs for 6 hours.
Nah, so we've got that coming up in a few weeks, and the barbecue that we're going to combine with it. So yeah, we need to shift focus to that. But yeah, we'll leave it there. Thank you for everybody watching, as always. Thank you for the support. Thank you for anyone who has supported me throughout the prep, because I've had a lot of nice messages as well, so I do appreciate it a lot. And yeah, any story tags, any shares, any comments, likes, subscribes, etc., as always, much appreciated. And we will catch you in the next episode.